بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حياكم الله. أهلا ومرحبا بكم. حياكم الله أخواني وأخواتي إن شاء الله. That's especially for the Foundation Facebook page إن شاء الله بإذن المولى عز وجل. السلام عليكم جميعا. جزاكم الله خير. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the in your time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you and your children, your kids, and help all of you, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, to be from the people of faith. Respected brothers and sisters at the page of Ad-Dar Foundation, as you might know, I'm trying since 2 days or a few days to try to keep broadcasting on the Facebook page of Ad-Dar Foundation. You know, last time it was the first time that we broadcast through the page. As you might already know that before the pandemic of coronavirus, we used to have, have once a month the youth session on Thursday, and we used to have every Tuesday and Thursday after Isha and after Maghrib. Sometimes it depends on the time. We used to have a special session in tafsir in both Arabic and English. Anyway, everything now is rescheduled and everything has changed because of the situation that we are facing. So I will be doing my best with my respected brothers and sisters to keep calling and the people to come back with us into the page of Ad-Dar Foundation Facebook page, so that we can keep, inshallah, contacting you, following you, updating you with whatever happens. Please just try to help me, inshallah, to share this live broadcasts, if you please, with all WhatsApp groups, Instagram, friends, members, in any kind of social media group, so that we can give a notification for our dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, that we have started like a new session to reunion and to reconnect, inshallah, with you. Anyway, today in my session, I'm planning to talk about the wisdom behind coronavirus and the story of Qaroon. I was giving today a special lecture in Arabic, of course, on my page. Subhanallah, the title of that, it was the pandemic of coronavirus in Arabic. I came across of a certain points and I liked it, and I wanted to change it into English and to try to, say it to my respected brothers and sisters on the page here. And, for those who are listening to me for the first time, I'm broadcasting from Mississauga in, Ad-Dar Foundation in Oakville, in the GTA, Toronto area in Canada. Now, the point that, I was reading in the story, and what is the relation? Is there any relation between the story of Qaroon and anything has to do with coronavirus? I was talking under the title that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, part of his way, part of his universal laws, he sends messages. Actually, all the time we are receiving messages from Allah, but for many reasons, we receive messages on individual levels as individuals, and we receive messages on group levels, sometimes on mass levels. Now, for many reasons, we got used to the divine messages not to look seriously to them. For example, death is one of the biggest messages, that when we witness the death of someone who's so close to us, very dear, someone whom we respect, someone whom we used to live with all the time, out of a sudden, he disappeared. He is dead. He moved to the hereafter. How many times we face this horrible reality, death, the disaster of death? Yet, Many of us, maybe we go to the janazah, maybe we go to the condolence house to pay respect. Some of us, we keep smoking, we smile, we make business bargains, and many of us, even I knew about some people and I witnessed people, relatives for the deceased person, the one who passed away. Basically, they don't pray. Even the janazah, when we bring the body to pray the janazah in the masjid. Wallahi, I heard about one of the multi-billionaires in Jordan. He passed away just recently. He's one of the most rich people. You know, I was told, sorry, that's because I'm broadcasting on the YouTube as well. I was told that even his son, I don't know if his only son, but his son, he was standing outside the masjid. He did not even pray on his father. And he will inherit him now few hundreds of millions because he was multi-billionaire. La ilaha illallah. Anyway, for example, Allah sends messages for us. Hospitals, broken bones, sometimes, we lose, we fail, a lot of things. But in general, still, most of us, we do not accept the message. We do not value the message. To teach us out of his mercy, he might be sending something horrible on a big level just to pay the attention. It's like waking up someone who's partly drunk. The example that I was using all the time, it's like me if I'm partly drunk now. So yes, if a dear close friend to me wants just to wake me up or to pay my attention that I'm about to fall down into a very dangerous hole, simply he might be calling me Amjad, 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 hey, be careful. The only solution to save me from falling down into the hole is just to slap me in my face strongly like this. Okay, I will open my eyes. At least I will realize that I'm in danger. After that, if I insisted to continue walking, but this is like a big gift. This slap in my face is a big gift. Why? Because it helped me to wake up. It's like a wake up call, created just by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator. They will not be, they will not move, they will not influence, they will not affect unless by the permission of Allah. It's Allah who them, it's merely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now the pandemic of coronavirus. It's not the first time to humanity. But what's the relation? So this basically, I'm trying to understand coronavirus pandemic in light of understanding the concept of the universal laws, which tends to wake up. Okay, so let's see if this law or these laws combined in somehow in the story of Qaroon, the Qur'an, chapter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فغى عليهم وآتيناه من الكنوز ما إن مفاتحه لتنوء بالعصبة يحب الفرحين وابتغ فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة ولا تنس نصيبك من الدنيا وأحسن كما أحسن الله إليك ولا تبغ الفساد في الأرض إن الله لا يحب المفسدين. قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي أولم يعلم أن الله قد أهلك من قبله من القرون من هو أشد منه قوة وأكثر جمعا ولا يسأل عن ذنوبه. قال الذين يريدون الحياة الدنيا يا ليتنا لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون إنه لذو حظ عظيم وقال الذين أوتوا العلم ويلكم ثواب الله خير لمن آمن وعمل صالحا ولا يلقاها إلا الصابرون فخسفنا به وبداره الأرض فما كان له من فئة ينصرونه من دون الله وما كان من المنتصرين وأصبح الذين تمنوا مكانه بالأمس يقولون ويك أن الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر لولا أمن الله علينا لخسف بنا ويك أنه لا يفلح الكافرون تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين. Let's understand together. Let's seek some kind of knowledge, inshallah, through understanding this amazing, powerful messages through this story. And the cousin of Moses. Indeed, Qur'an was from the people of Moses, but he behaved arrogantly towards them. Can you imagine? You know, the children of Israel, they were tortured under the power and authority of the pharaohs. So they were killing them, raping their women, killing their children, you know. They were literally torturing them. Yet, and Qaroon, he was from the Israelites, from the people of Israel. Yet, he was an ally for the enemies of the people of Israel. So he was a traitor, literally. We had granted him such treasures that even their keys would burden a group of strong men. Can you imagine? Now, jewels, gold, silver, you know, at that time did not have the banquet, you know, banquets. You know, they have just gold, silver, and jewels. The keys that are used will but the builded strong men just to hold the keys. Can you imagine? In our language, he is considered at that time a multi-millionaire or a multi-billionaire. Very rich, very powerful, with an amazing authority. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him, gave him this. Now, some of his people from the Jewish or from the Israelites, from the children of Israel, advised him. Look, Allah was sending messages to him through his, you know, colleagues, his brothers from the believers, because at that time, the children of Israel, the followers of Moses, they were believers. So they were reminding him, telling him, advised him, do not be prideful, or do not be arrogant, do not be prideful. Surely God does not like the prideful. Allah hates this kind of people. Rather, seek has granted you in this world. Be thankful. Use this power, this authority to do the good for the sake of Allah and enjoy some of it in this dunya, which means know your place. Respect the one who gave it to you. Now, make an analogy. Qaroon, in my understanding, could be representing now the materialistic power of many countries on earth now. Look to the arrogance of science, the arrogance of weaponry, the arrogance of, you know, mass destruction's weapons, the arrogance of technology. Those who believe in their God, i.e. science. I believe in science, power, money, medicine, technology, high tech, you know, they believe in that. So Allah gave them. But look, most of powerful countries on earth, are they thanking their Lord, or they are arrogant with their power? How can we know their arrogance? Are they transgressing, killing others? For sure, most of them, this is what they do on a global level. Now, so, by means of what Allah has granted you, without forgetting your share in this, and be good to others as God has been good to you. Do not seek to spread corruption in the land, for God certainly does not like the corruptors. Be careful. Don't do this. Now he replied. Look how he replied. It's like you, me, we now we are the weak people through the media, small countries. We are trying to remind, you know, the powerful countries like the Americans, like Chinese. Be careful. Be thankful to Allah. Don't use this power, you know, against weak people. How he replied? He replied, I have been granted all this because of some knowledge I have. You know, because, you know, it's me. It's my cleverness. I've done it. It's my way, my efforts. He's completely ignoring, neglecting the gift of Allah. If Allah, that's why Allah sends sometimes a message like a slap in the face. Hey, know your place. This is the concept. So I've been granted all this because of some knowledge I have, which means I deserve it because it's me. I deserve this. Did Allah is replying now, did he not know that God had already destroyed some from the generations before him who in accumulating wealth? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminding him, hey, Qaroon, do you think that they are the most superior, the most powerful? Have you not forget? Did you forget, you know, the stories of such and such, you know, nations and countries? They were much more powerful than you in power, physical power, and maybe in technology and in wealth, much more superior than you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to him, before him, who were far superior to him in power and greater in accumulating wealth, there will be no need for the wicked to be asked about sins. Then he came, look, he insisted. The people, the believers from his people, from the children of Israel who were believers at that time, and maybe they were the only believers on earth at that time, they reminded him, this arrogant, rich Israelites who should be paying his alms and his zakah, his sadaqah, you know, all kind of helping. Yet he was with the enemies of the children of Israel, against his people, against God's will, with all kind of arrogance, neglecting and ignoring completely the message of God. He continues. He did not stop by that. Then he came out before his people, you know, in all his glamour, with all his power, you know, with his guards and his mules and horses, with the power, with the sword, with the jewels, to show, you know, his power. This is me. Who dares to look at me? Those who desire the life, look now. I'm trying to connect it with what happened to us. He came with his power. Allah is telling us about part of the reaction of the people surrounding him. Okay? From who are supposed to be believers. Desire the life of this world. Wished. We have taken the decision. We want this world. We are not thinking about the hereafter. When they saw him with his power, they said, they wished, if only we could have something like what Qur'an has been given. Oh, ya salam, I wish I wish if I had just small part of his power. He is truly a man of great fortune. Ya salam, as we say in Arabic, niyalo. He's a very, you know, fortunate person. He has a great fortune, niyalo. But those gifted, then Allah is giving us the reaction of the people of knowledge, the people, both of them from the people of Israel. A group of them, they're just thinking about, you know, having everything has to do worldly things. Other group, true believer, they say, shame on you. God's reward is, he's a dictator. He is a criminal. You would like to be like him. You are admiring him. Look, you know, this kind of how the believers are addressing, let's say, what are you saying? How come you wish to be like him? Look what happens. Then we caused the earth to swallow him up. You know, he was swallowed by earth. Can you imagine what does this mean? No, it's like the mouth. Swallowed, disappeared completely inside earth. Then we caused the earth to swallow him up along with his home. Hundreds of meters, how huge, you know, this hole was. It's horrible. It's horrible. Just they disappeared inside, you know, earth. There was no one to help him, God, nor could he even forsake to give, you know, our identity, our deen, our iman, our style. We used to feel shy because we do wudu. We used to feel shy because we wash our hands. Sisters, they feel shy because of the hijab. People on earth now, on earth, they are talking about how important to clean and to wash your hands. Ya Allah, what is this? We are doing this since 1400 years, tens of times on a daily basis, tens of times. You always wash our hands. And even in the toilet, we use the water. Look what happens to them. Allah. As example, lacking the masks, this kind of the N95, they call it. Literally, he said it. Wear a scarf. You know what scarf? Scarf is a hijab. Scarf. He said, wear a scarf. La ilaha illallah. Subhanallah. The wishing. Some people, some tough secular, especially Arab seculars, most of Arab secular, they used to make fun with all aspects of Islam, Islamic aspects. They feel everything is down has to do with Islam. Now, out of a sudden, people of earth, they are looking to Islamic regulations in terms of purity, cleansing, everything. La ilaha illallah. Look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, there was no one to help him against God, nor could he even help himself. And those who had craved his position the previous day began to say, it is certainly God who gives abundant or limited provisions to whoever he wills of his servants. Had it not been for the grace of God, he could put the message. Because indeed the disbelievers will never succeed. Then Allah finishes this group of this story by saying the eternal home in the hereafter we reserve تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها. That eternal home in the hereafter we reserve only for those who seek neither tyranny nor corruption on earth. The ultimate outcome belongs only to the righteous. Now, what is, you see, look to the story now to conclude. Qaroon could be a symbol of power, materialistic power, science, technology, weapons, military, big armies, huge, arrogance. How many materialistic countries from East and West, China, Russia, America, most of these countries, they invaded other countries. They killed people, innocent people, children, and they are still, Chinese people, they are killing the people of Kurdistan. Russian people, they invaded Chechnya and killed, hundreds of thousands of people, and they're colonizing nearly half of planet Earth. Americans, they have, soldiers in about 175 countries, and they caused the death of millions in Afghanistan and in Iraq and in, they made all of them stop. Okay, you believe in science, you believe in your power, materialistic power, what can you do now? They are paralyzed, they can't move. Just this. Shame on you, human beings. Now, if you are arrogant, be careful. This is just like slap. Maybe next time it will be the end. I'm talking on worldwide level. But this same slap, but the arrogance, it is punishment. But by the way, if they are not finished, if they do not pass away, even the punishment, it contains mercy within it. I just wanted to share this with you, respected brothers and sisters. Now, just the only thing that, this is the sand test broadcast. The aim of this broadcast, just to see, we have on this page, the page of Adar Foundation, persons. Those who pray with us on weekly level, about 2,000. Those who attend, different, activities, which is a lot of activities, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. So the total on week level, those who come to the page. So we are trying to reconnect them, to try to do our activities on this page as much as we can. So please try to share this video with all of your colleagues, neighbors, at least those whom you know that they are interested in the activities, attend all kind of activities, or at least those who used to pray with us at the Adar Foundation. Jazakumullah khair. Don't forget us in your dua. Barakallah fikum. Please share it, send it to WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, profiles, personal accounts. Let them come, so that when we are sure that we have a sufficient number of followers, we will start to, inshallah, broadcast our lessons and our activities, inshallah, through this page. جزاكم الله خير. Don't forget us in your dua. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. يب طيب، عجيب، أنا متوقف البث، لا إله إلا الله. طيب يا إخوة يا أخوات، سبحان الله، عجيب، كان متوقفا ولا أدري ما السبب. طيب يا إخوة، جزاكم الله خيرا، وأسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يأجركم على المتابعة، وإن شاء الله أن الصوت كان واضح. أنا بضطر إني أطلع فقط على جهة واحدة، أنا بكون عندي بث أساسي والباقي بحاول أكسب الوقت وأطلع البث عليه. لا تنسونا من دعائكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.